Hello again, this is a SAD 2005, and I thought I'd show you how the bottom or some of the face ones are done. Well, and the cat ones. But here's kind of a breakdown. Now this does not have to be this color. You can use any block. I usually use all black, so from the here all it looks like is a soot covered fireplace area. But I only made it gold so you can see how it works. It's just a single extension down, single extension forwards, and then the redstone activating this is the redstone blocks being powered by the one extension from below. And this one is set up for a 4x2 door, 4 wide, 2 high. And who's dropping? Time. Looks like my timing got off on this. Let me correct it real quick. And let's see. Let's see if that corrected it. Yep, okay. Huh. And I will go show you how the breakdown of this is. Oh, that one's a single depth on the fireplace. This one's a double depth. In other words, when you're looking into it, it's too deep, and which requires to be wired a little differently. There's two different ways I do them. One way uses more repeaters, but you're doing 2 rows of torches like this with repeaters on both sides to turn the torches off. And other than that, everything else on them is the same. And that's on the opening part. This will drop down to put the flame out and then go back to being flat, so you have a flat walkway going through. Now this one is a little different, except that because it uses a set of 2 rows of repeaters, it's just using one set to power both sets of torches. Torches underneath down there. So it powers both sides at one point, from one point. And once again, these drop down and back up, so it puts the fire out and then back up. So now, if you like some of the fireplace ones I have built, you don't need this row here, because this is only works on the face, like the creeper face over there. But with the fireplace ones like these, you don't need that block popping up in front. And this is a 4x3 door. This one uses a double extension down and just a single extension up. to power the redstone on it. So it has a double extension down, then a single extension forwards. But as far as the bottoms go, and this one is for just a single wide. You can do this one. So that would be on, and when you're opening the door, that row there just stays on when you're closing it. And here's another way of doing it. Basically, these are, instead of using pistons to power it, I'm using torches to turn it back on. So right now the torches are out and it's being powered by the repeaters. But as soon as I turn it off, it goes off and the torches come on and we fire it. Same thing for the double wide one. This was actually the size of my very design of my very first mob face door I built. It was a small one. Small creeper face, if I remember right. Might have been a skeleton, but I think it was a creeper. And let's see if I have any more breakdowns. I thought I had a couple more here. Maybe they're down here. I just got done building one. But where did I put it? Now this door, this is a 9x3 door. Haven't quite finished it. I have one block to fill. Anyway, this one's a double extension up and a double extension down for it to takes a little bit longer to open, but that's because of all the double extensions, and have to retract back before it can even drop down and up. Okay, this one is a concept one. That's why it's not finished. This was just kind of showing, I'm working out the details of firing the pistons. Obviously the retraction, well, I'll show you. Haven't quite finished working out the timing for the retraction part of it, but it works great for showing you how the like this one is well, it's supposed to be a quadruple extension forwards. Didn't fire quite right. Yeah, it misfired. And now this one's supposed to be here, and then one here. Okay, and that would close the door. Now you can watch the redstone how it operates for opening. And that will, although it's not, the timing's not finished being worked out, but that gives you the idea of how those go up and down to fire the certain pistons in its own time frame, in sequence, if hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. And let's see, this might be the breakdown for the, nope, that ain't, this one is. This is kind of a breakdown, cutaway, single extension down, double extension forwards. which uses 3 rows of repeaters to do that. And how wide your door is will determine on how wide how many pistons this way. But for a double extension forwards, you definitely have to have 3 rows of pistons. And I'll show you the sequence of that one. Pretty simple. And that one's for, yeah, that one's for a 4 wide. You know, wiring, well, that's for a single extension. Let's see. Where did I just put that one I built? Time to start over in a new world. Must be down there. Somewhere here I built well, I'll show you the breakdown of this one. This was just the bottom floor. Trying to show how that's somewhat how it's wired. This is only 2 wide, but you can make it whatever width. But it was trying to show the how it's laid out. And once again, like I said, you don't need this whole section if it's for a fireplace or something like that. This whole section through here would be gone. You just need this whole back half. This is the area where the door is. This is where the fire is. And this is what's firing the pistons that come down from above. And when you're unfiring it, this row has to be the first row that retracts, because the pistons that are moving forward won't retract back in time, or have to retract in time for the upper pistons to retract it up. If they don't, for instance, if this doesn't retract back before these top ones pull up, it'll get left hanging down here, which is why the firing sequence has to be correct, because if these ones pull up before this is retracted back, it'll just leave it hanging and you won't be able to get through your door. So the first thing happens on this one is these pull down, so this retracts back, and then these ones will retract up. Timing's kind of everything. If you watch, you'll see the red ones be the first one that drops. Now, like I said, on the fireplaces like this, you don't need that front row, but pretty much everything else is the same. You got the row that handles the fire, which is right here. It'll come down and back up to put the fire out. And then this row here is the doorway. And then this piston is for the redstone blocks that are powering the pistons from above. And the pistons from above are a double extension down. To do a double extension, you have to fire the top ones first, then the bottom ones, and then it's the exact opposite. You have to have the bottom ones unfire first, then these ones to unfire, and then this row has to fire again, allowing it to fire once the lower pistons are raised up to this point, this row then fires at those pistons a second time to go down and retract the blocks that are down below. Pretty much just like the ones over there, but it just does it twice for the double extension, which is why you see this maze of powering from two different points. You'll see it's unpowered right now. It's going through a piston. I call it a piston switch. I've heard others call it by other names. It's basically a pulse switch that I use that leaves it unpowered until this torch here goes on, which at that point this torch will go off and these will all unfire, and then this side will fire. And let's see if I can. So when these pistons here are pulled up, then this came through, fired it again, and retracted the blocks from that are down below. And I don't have one of these fireplace ones broke down. I should do that. And right there was the second firing sequence to retract the blocks that were hanging down. And these here are the dispensers that fire the fire charge to light the fire. But you don't see those because this row here will drop down, making the fireplace a smaller fireplace. Oops, one of them misfired. There we go. Anyway, the mob face doors and the fireplace doors are basically the same. It's just the mob face has an extra blocks that pull up here to finish making up the face. Of course, those blocks can be the black ones or any other color you want. I just use black because it kind of represents the black soot. I have also tried other blocks, staggering them with say cobblestone to try to make it, but it just doesn't look right. So I just started using the black. It looks a little better. At least to me it does. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to kind of give you a breakdown on how these bottom parts of the doors were built. Some of you can pause it and be able to see how everything is done. Pretty straightforward. I mean, 0 ticks are, these are left on 1 tick, 1 tick, 1 tick. Only one on any tick because this one's on a 4 tick, and that is to give it the down and back up sequence. And on this one, since there's 2 rows of them, it's the same thing. Both of them are on 4 tick to give it the down and up sequence. And Other than that, I think they're pretty much the same. Anyway, I hope you like this. I was trying that, should I say, hopefully it was helpful on showing you how to build some of these on your own. I do plan on doing a tutorial on them. I actually have done a tutorial on them 3 times. This door, actually this door, was done 3 times in a row, but the audio, as a tutorial, but the audio kept on cutting out on it. And after doing it 3 times in a row, building it, the 4th time, I just built a breakdown of it to show. Got tired of building them and tearing them back apart and rebuilding them again, so I decided to take a break from it. And then I built this one and the rest of these. But anyway, I do plan on doing some tutorials in the near future again. I just thought I'd, for now, just kind of give you a breakdown of what it looks like. And some of you will be able to maybe pause it and look at it and see how it's done. But anyway, I hope you like this. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and you have a good day.